Right, so here is my physical teaching resource as part of the EY4076 module. And my topic is on pneumatics and hydraulics. And I just quickly developed this physical resource to show basically the working operation of a hydraulic ram. So what we have is a basic jib system, and we have a column, and the jib pivots around the column by a simple pin or nail as I have here, and I have two simple syringes which basically simulate a hydraulic ram. So the first one, I also have a green liquid which is just water with a green food dye in it, which will simulate the fluid in the ram. So it will be simulating, in this case, oil or some other fluid like that. So as I press on or put force on the syringe, it forces the liquid through a tube and forces it up through the second syringe, which is acting here as my second hydraulic ram. That then pushes the jib upwards in an upward motion. So when I pull back the syringe, then I pull back the fluid out of the ram. That creates a vacuum inside in the ram, which results in the jib going downwards. And this basically would be like what you would see on any mini digger, agricultural tractor front loader, or on the hydraulic rams of tipping trailers, etc. So the ram, once you press the fluid through the ram, it presses the jib up, and when you retract the fluid out, it lets the jib down. So that's just basically a quick resource to show students what's actually happening inside the ram. Now usually you would only have one ram, and this here would be simulated by a pump, but for means of this quick resource and quick experiment, it's just a second syringe. And in relation to the active learning lesson, this would really be representative of the reflective learning in Colm's learning cycle, as students are getting to see in the flesh what's actually happening in relation to the lesson. So they're getting to see in the physical what an actual hydraulic ram does and what it perhaps would look like in its operation. And it's also possibly moving on to the abstract conceptualization, as the students are thinking. The students are thinking about how they could possibly incorporate this into their own lesson in the future, or their own projects in the future, for leaving cert projects, etc. So I hope this was informative, and thanks a lot.